Good morning. Welcome to Kahului Hongwanji's online Sunday service. So I hope you are all continuing to do well. It's been going on for a long time. We've been not able to meet here for regular services. We're kind of working on that. Hopefully we'll be able to get back together soon, although there's a lot of restrictions about social distancing and stuff, so it's a little bit complicated. But anyway, at least we're holding on and we're able to get together through these videos. So today, we're still in the midst of the coronavirus situation, and also we have all of the upheaval going on. People really, raising the issues of inequality and injustice in our society, and that's a very important thing. So we'll reflect on some of those things today. Our service will begin with Vandana and Tisarana. Vandana and Tisarana is very important because it's really the most ancient of all Buddhist chants, you might say. It is calling upon, really praising the Buddha and the Buddha's enlightenment, and then taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So we will first chant that, and then following that, we will have the chanting of the sutra. Today is the sort of modern sutra called Gasho to Amida. Following that, we will recite the Shinshu pledge. So we'll put the words for all these things underneath on the screen so you can follow along. Following the Shinshu pledge, I will share with you a Dharma message, and then we will have the metta, or the loving kindness meditation. And following that, we will conclude the service with our closing words and the singing of the Nembutsu. Okay, so thank you very much, and let's begin our service now with our hands together in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Shotu Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. Aiga Shotu Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seed sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. Aiga Shotu Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. Aiga Shotu Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. Aiga Shotu Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. Aiga Shotu Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light. Aiga Shotu Amida. Remember the golden chain. Kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. Aiga Shotu Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, Aiga Shotu Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. Aiga Shotu Amida. Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Shinshu Pledge. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha. Reciting the name, I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work. with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Good morning. Let's put our hands together at Gasho and recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. This morning, I'd like to share with you once again a few thoughts about the Buddha's teaching. Last week, I spoke about the events going on in the world today, the two big events. One that's been going on for quite a while now, the coronavirus pandemic, that we're still have to be worried about that, or have to be concerned about it. It hasn't gone away yet by any means, and we of course are subject to fear and anxiety and so on about that. And then, of course, there's also the kind of unexpected awakening of many people in this country and throughout the world in realizing the extent of injustice and inequality in our society. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise, really. Most of us have just been ignoring these realities to the extent that they don't directly affect us, that is. Of course, for those people who are the object of our society's injustices, inequalities, and violence, they already knew. But not everybody really fully realized what's going on, I think. Kind of block it out, you know. In this country, the line of separation between those who can afford to pretend that fairness and justice really prevail in our system and those who know from experience that they don't, that's largely one of color and race. I don't actually know how to define race exactly. It has many meanings and it's been used in many different ways, good ways and also very bad ways. But somehow race is something we all know about, or we pretend we don't know about it. But it has a real presence in our society. Here is one manifestation of it. Most people whose skin color identifies them as white, or at least non-black, seldom think, or never think, when they go out of their home, that they may very likely be harassed, humiliated, arrested, charged with a crime, or even killed by the authorized authorities of the community, for no reason whatsoever. While people who can be identified as black know that they might very well suffer one or more of these things, in or out of their homes, in their communities, and they fear it every day. This state of injustice is rooted in the greatest shame of our country's history, which is slavery. And slavery, rooted in the deep abyss of our collective greed, hatred, and ignorance, has not been obliterated, but has taken, over the years since it officially was ended, many other forms and means by which some people may discriminate against and disempower others. And this reality is really a menace, not only to especially black people, but ultimately it's a menace and a danger to everyone. Wherever there is demeaning of the human spirit in order to coerce and control, wherever the body and mind are brutalized and subjugated to the will of another for whatever reason, and whether it is affected through chains, through unequal treatment by police or the court, on the job, or with the constraints of an unjust economic system, there we find slavery continued. But as the law of karma shows us, the master is ultimately more of a slave than the enslaved himself. As Frederick Douglass said, no man can put a chain about the ankle of his fellow man without at last finding the other end fastened about his own neck. Now, at this time, my job is to share the Dharma. This is not about about quote-unquote politics. But no one can speak about the Dharma, the deepest truth of existence, while ignoring and refusing to acknowledge and address the sufferings of others. The Dharma, the Buddhist teaching, is the living compassion that demands us to speak the truth and to stand with those who suffer. It is the path of the Bodhisattva, who strives for the happiness of all, knowing that my well-being and yours cannot be separated. So, we Buddhists will always stand on the side of the oppressed and the powerless, just as Amida Buddha embraces especially the weak and helpless with boundless compassion. And just as Amida's embracing light cannot help but illumine everyone, so it is that to stand with and speak up for the oppressed will also ultimately encourage the awakening of the oppressor too. As Shinran Shonin reminds us, we're all foolish beings who are full of blind passions. None of us are free from the selfishness that leads us to wish to dominate and control others. Shakyamuni Buddha taught that our fundamental suffering is a result of these blind passions, these attachments. We all want to have our dreams and desires fulfilled. We all want to possess control over our lives, to feel superior to others, and to receive the praise and approval of society. We want to feel loved, respected, and rewarded. But Buddha taught that these desires are all attachments that inevitably lead to suffering and to which we always become enslaved. The goal of Buddhism is the liberation of everyone. And in Buddhism, freedom means to let go of the attachments that prevent us from acknowledging the incalculable value of each and every person, of each and every being. And these attachments rob us of the joy of appreciating the significance of each and every unrepeatable moment of life. To realize this makes it clear that our task as Buddhists is not the mere perpetuation of our religious sect or to make ourselves feel good through hearing encouraging words of wisdom, though we often need that too. The real challenge we are given is to respond to the realization that our shinjin, our faith mind, awakens in us the light of Amida Buddha, which illumines for us the radiance and fundamental value of each and every living being. Through this light, we naturally desire to nurture and protect all beings, to speak truth to the powers of this world, and to defend those whose humanity has been defiled by hatred and ignorance. So that is my message today. Some people do think that Buddhists should be neutral on social issues, that Buddhism is only about family and the inner life. It is, of course, about the inner life and about family. Family is central to life, and Buddhism is about life. But I think we have a lot more to offer the world than that. And through the life of Nembutsu, the living of Nembutsu, I think we all eventually come to realize that our inner and outer life, our family and the world, cannot be separated. So thank you very much for listening to me today, and let me conclude these words by reciting the Nembutsu. Let's put our hands in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Please join me now for the metta or loving kindness meditation. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for joining us today for our service, our online Sunday service. And please join us again next week for Kahului Hongwanji online Sunday service. We will be thinking about fathers next week because it's Father's Day. So I hope you are able to join us. And of course you can watch the video anytime, so it makes it pretty easy. And we'll keep you informed when we have some news about when we're going to open up again, have services in the temple. Okay, so also please check our website on kahuluihongwanji.org. And we also have a Facebook page, and you can always call the temple at any time. Okay, thank you very much. Let's conclude our service with our hands together in Gasho and recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.